Welcome to BETONG CRYPTO. Today is our mid-market structure update where we analyze Bitcoin, altcoins, gold, and silver to understand what the market is really doing. If you want to learn how to read price action instead of chasing hype, like the stream, subscribe, and join our free educational community linked below. Let's break down today's structure. Oh, yeah, sorry, there was a noise behind. Okay, guys, let's break down today's structure and see what this week is going to hold. We are already at midweek. Are we going to see Bitcoin continue going downward, or we're going to experience some sort of downtrend? Sorry, uptrend. What I can confirm today is that market structure is broken on the higher time frame. At least this structure is broken on the weekly time frame is broken. So we are officially in the bear market based on my TA until something else is going to happen, which is I'm going to tell you guys in the course of this video. One thing I want to focus on today is what altcoins are doing against Bitcoin, particularly on the weekly time frame. I want to see altcoins trend. And you can see clearly on the weekly time frame against BTC, these altcoins are doing well against BTC. Well, you can argue that most of the coins you see here are stable coins, but there are some altcoins here that are doing really well against Bitcoin. Right, like Staple, Leo, P, no, not the one, Hype also is doing well against Bitcoin. Ton is doing well against Bitcoin for the week so far, and you can start seeing some other coins that are like beginning to do well against Bitcoin this week. So at least even though Bitcoin is going down, we want to see some of these altcoins that are paired with Bitcoin or that we trade alongside Bitcoin on doing well. Let's just go quickly to some of the altcoin that we trade, like for example, Asta. Let's see where we are with Asta currently. Let's see for the week. It's even break even for the month. Asta Bitcoin is against Asta for 10% for the day, 1.2%, and for the hour 3%. Let's see QNT. QNT. Let's see. This is based on crypto bubbles. Let's see what's going on there with QNT. QNT. Yeah, QNT is up against Bitcoin for the month 5%, for the week 0.5%. So if you have been holding QNT for the rest of this month or for the past month, you should be up at least 5%. But if say you have been holding it for the past 12 months, then you should be down 7%. Not bad, for the year. You can see it's not bad for the year. So just 7.2%. And which other coin again? Let's see. Tau. Tau, Tau, Tau. Tau is down against Bitcoin 5.4% and down for the month 10%. For the day is up a little bit, 0.9%. So some of these coins that we trade here are doing well against Bitcoin. So far, let's see. Solana. Solana doing well? Now for the week, Solana is down. Wow. For the year, Bitcoin has done well against Solana for 40%, like 40%. If you were holding Solana for the rest of this year, that means you have lost 40% of your Bitcoin. Let's see. Yeah. That's why the way I go about the market is the best. I focus solely on market structure. I look at strength, which altcoins are showing strength against Bitcoin. Now let's get back to the chart here and focus on this. Now, where we are is a crucial point. There are two things that is going on here. First thing is either we have gotten to this point where we break structure, but at the same time we grab liquidity down here, and the next move is going to be an order block here, followed by a fair value gap, and then continuation back to the upside. This could be the first scenario. The second scenario could be okay, we break structure and price now is retesting this key level. We can at one point attempt half of this move, which is going to be around $82,000, as I mentioned in my previous video. And from there, we are gonna continue downward. So what happened here last time is gonna happen here again. So if Bitcoin makes a move above here and recover half of this move, right, and we start seeing price moving sideways, 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 there's high chances that they can come right down to grab this other block here. There is an other block here that hasn't been filled. Oh, it has been filled. Yeah, the other block has been filled completely. I mean, this fair value gap, I mean to say, has been filled completely. And now we have another block here. So if this other block is not respected, this one here, then for the week, we can say that we are like we are going we are going to the bottom. Okay, the bottom meaning we're gonna target this liquidity down here, this other trading zone here, this other zone that we are mark here. We're gonna target this. So if we're gonna lose that zone, price is gonna come right down to this area. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. These are the areas that you say we want to see Bitcoin respect. You know, if we want to see Bitcoin maintain structure, then after this zone, this area should be the next target. That's why I was looking at Bitcoin going to about 90, yeah, around $65,000. Yeah, $65,000. That's based on my TA. Going out to the daily time frame, let's establish the bias for the day. Okay. But one thing I didn't do, let's go, because this is like I don't think I did it last time. Yeah, I think I did it. Remember I told you guys that every week you have to mark the high of the week and low of the week to see what price is gonna do. Now you can see that price has broken. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier. Price has broken towards this direction, meaning if we see any full candle closes below the low of last week, which was this level here, then we might as well say, okay, bye bye, Bitcoin, or we are officially in a bear market, you know. But if say it happens that we make our way, price makes its way right up to this level here, around this area, right? That is gonna be around the 76 or $77,000 price point. If we stay and keep rejecting that area, then we might as well be in structure, and this could mean price forming another block just to continue back to the upside. You know, build the contract down here. But I think we still have one drop down. This could be level one drop, level two drop, and level three drop um on this time frame. And I strongly think we're gonna have a large drop. It's gonna take us to about $65,000. That's what I think is going to happen. You know, I'm not saying based on my prediction or like it's not like this is not about prediction. It's just that we are closer here, and if we keep seeing price rejecting this area, like this is just the first weekly candle. We still have this month, you know, to see how many weeks candle is not form here. If we keep rejecting it, we can we can as well dump like what happened here back then. You know, so you should be careful as you go about trading these altcoins. Yeah, altcoins, because most of these altcoins are paired with Bitcoin, and as usual, we want to always get the best entry from these altcoins. Now, let's see the bias for the day. Okay, the bias for the day is bearish. You know, yeah, it's bearish. We are bearish, even though we haven't taken out the low of yesterday. So I would say that if we have to mark the low of yesterday, this price came right down to about 72,000 900 price point. If we manage to hold the low of, let me just mark it. You know, it's very important, guys. Every day you have to mark this. If you want to trade, mark this. Um, High and low of the day is gonna give you um like a range where you can easily flip or do what I call rotation. You can flip from one coin to another coin depending on which coin has trend. So based on this now, guys, I think um we haven't yet decided yet what, or like price hasn't yet decided yet where price want to move to. So this is the high and the low of the day. That's yesterday. So today now we are gonna see what price is gonna do. This is the range that we have created, right? And for you to take the trade today, you have to wait to see how price is gonna react towards those areas, right? This is the low and the high. The low and you see, yeah, the low and the high. So if we manage to take out the high, which is this level here today, then we might as well continue. But if we take out the low here around this area, then we might as well continue downward. So if say you want to look at any buy opportunity, it should be around this area, around the low of the day, right? Around this area. If you want to take out profit, it should be around the high of the day. So we are looking at a range today from 72, or let me say $73,000 right up to $79,000. And if say we break above that range, then we are going to be looking at pullback. Since today is midweek reversal, right? I would say we have been in a downtrend ever since. You can see here, we have been in a downtrend. And what is going on currently is divergence. This is divergence forming here on the 4 hours time frame. Let me see if this aligns with the trend below. Let's see. Yeah, it aligns with the trendy low. This is divergence. Yeah, it aligns with the trendy low. You can see this move here, it just ended here. So this is divergence. We are gonna see Bitcoin reverse from here today or tomorrow. At least it's gonna begin today. Based on what I'm seeing, except or unless something is gonna change, right? Unless something's gonna change. For now, I think this could be divergence, and this is the final move that swept the liquidity down there. What is going on here is going to be accompanied by the next move to the upside. So looking at this now on this time frame, um I want to say that we should at one point recover half of this move, right? This vector candle. So this is the way I'm going to be looking at my entry. Let me mark the zone for you. So it could be the same area you look for your entry. If say you want to buy altcoins, you know, this area should be the area you look for your entry around 74. Yeah, around 74. Let's see, around $74,000. Now I want to go to the coin ang. Let me see where we have liquidity there. Let me see. CoinAng these days um want me to log in before I can get in. Where is this chart? Where is this chart? Not CoinAng. I mean CoinAng. CoinAng. CoinAng liquidation heat map is what I'm looking for. Yeah, CoinAng these days want me to log in. Well, and CoinAng is so heavy. You see, it's gonna cause my laptop to be freezing. Okay, so this is based on the 3-day time frame. You can see we have lots of liquidity above price here. Looking at the next 3 days. Let's see for the next. Let's look at it for the day. Yeah, you can see around 74. We have some liquidity right down to $72,000, but you can see we also have more liquidity above price. That's why I think um today or tomorrow we're gonna get that midweek reversal. All coins should be doing well from now on. All right, and if like just go to the chart, I want to show you guys something here as well. I mean this pro chart. Hmm. Actually, I want to change this um theme to dark. Yeah, I got it now. And what I want to look at here now is where we have liquidity, because like those which areas we have liquidity, like more liquidity, either below or above price. Let me see. I can do this quickly. Oh boy, it's always sensitive. This. Yeah, you can see, guys. We have some imbalances here around 74,198 and also around 73,600. So I think we are gonna at one point today drop down to 74, or to an extent go right down to 73,500. After that, we're gonna experience a quick buyback to the upside. And even if we are to drop more downward, we should we should sweep this liquidity around $72,000. You know, so I think we have more orders above price. You can see we have 50 million here, orders above price, sell orders. We have also 50 million here above price. We have another 1 million here. We have another 1 million. We have also 616K worth of orders, BTC orders. If we keep going up, you see we have imbalances here. At the same time, we have 10 million. We have also 1 million here. And up there, we have 83 million. That's why I think at 82,222, Bitcoin is going to be really, really, really fantastic. Whatever is going on here, you know, I think price is getting ready to go to $82,000, and we can confirm this based on what we are seeing here. So there's liquidity here, there's liquidity above this zone, and from here we can easily go up there. So what this means for our altcoins is simple. Wait for that Bitcoin move towards this 74,100 around this midpoint. All right, we just confirmed that on our chart, and also using coin and liquidity, confirm the move there, and from there you are going to be looking for that buy opportunity from like with your altcoin. So we can go to the 15 minutes time frame. Very soon the market will open, and we want to be looking at how the market is reacting around this zone that we drew, right? Midpoint of the zone. Want to see how price is going to react there, or if price react positively around this area, yeah, then that's where you are buying your altcoins to take the ride to the upside. You know. Now looking at to an extent what is going on with Ethereum. Let's see. Let me see what. Let's see what is going on with Ethereum. How Ethereum is reacting to Bitcoin price action. Yeah, you can see the same thing. I've always insisted to you guys that if you analyze Bitcoin, you have analyzed all other altcoins that move alongside Bitcoin. And if you understand the altcoins that move alongside Bitcoin, you analyze Bitcoin, it's gonna be easy for you to make money from those altcoins. Those altcoins have more upside than Bitcoin. Okay. And the same thing, we have liquidity here. We should expect Ethereum to react the same way as Bitcoin. You see this liquidity here, they should come and grab it at one point. At least half of this vector candle should be recovered. If you go to the lower time frame, like okay, now we are on the lower time frame. Yeah. So this liquidity should be grabbed. If we go to the 5 minutes time frame, maybe there's another block there, fair value gap. I don't know. Yeah, you can see there's a fair value gap here, around this area. Right. So we can as well focus on just on this fair value gap here, just this area to give us that um zone where you might want to push price to. So let's narrow it down to this area. I want to see how price is going to react, when price get here on this time frame, on the 1 hour time frame. Let's see um how price is going to react around this area. You know, wow, just like that. Just like that. Or let's look at Solana. Okay. I'm playing the Solana game here. I think it's time to continue with the game. Let me get back to, let me see. Solana has already broken structure. I mentioned that we're gonna go to right down to about 90 um $90 for Solana. You can see structure is broken, and the next possible zone is gonna take us right down here to about $80 or $90. But I think to an extent, we should see Solana go to, let's say, worst case scenario, let's say $80. Yeah, $80. So if we're gonna see Bitcoin continue going downwards, Solana is gonna go to about $80. From there, we can reassess. The reason why I say so is based on market structure. Look at previous price action. There has been some sort of support zone here for Solana. So if say price is gonna get there, I'm gonna anticipate for us to have a little bit of cool down, and from there we can reassess to see how price is reacting to those to this area. If price react to this zone properly, then we can like say, all right, we are in, we are gonna be retracing back up. We can see, look at this gap here. This gap here is huge. This is huge, and I think Solana can even go right down to $27. Something is gonna happen. Something bad is gonna happen that we're gonna dump Solana and Bitcoin or the crypto market. I have a feeling that it's coming. And it's gonna happen quick, real quick. Gonna dump like heavily, whoop down there, right? Around $26, then buy back. I think something like that is coming on board. And I'm gonna start pushing myself for that. Maybe this week, not really. Maybe when price is at 79, yeah. I think if we're gonna experience any sort of like dump, we should go right there. And Solana is gonna be one of those buys. So yeah, guys, the way the market is moving, the way Solana is, you know, I'm beginning to think something bad, bad, bad. Yeah, it's like cooking somewhere. you know. Well, the good news is we should expect Solana to hold here. Right? If we lose this zone, that's when we are going to be sorry for ourselves. Right? Okay. Which other one we should look at right now? Of course, let's look at silver. Yeah. Now I think we are back to that area where we should be looking for a trade, but not like um too fast. Why? I still think that silver can still go right up to, let's say, $150 or $130. You know, for now, I will say that because of the way price dump, yeah, right, we might easily see price continue back up this the same manner. But where you should be looking at, or what you should be looking at, is this range. There's a range here that we're gonna look at to get that entry. If you look at this zone from here to this top, yeah, this is the range that we should pay attention to. You know, this is where you wanna get the trade. If you wanna buy if you wanna buy silver, wait to see how price is gonna react from here. Any break of this structure here is going to be accompanied by a pullback around that area. Then you can look for that buy opportunity. For now, if say you got silver here, this should be the area you look for that profit. Why? Based on previous price action, you can see clearly that we had multiple rejection here. On the 1 hour time frame. So it's obvious that we're gonna have some sort of resistance here. Right? Again, until price is gonna break above it. And if price break above it with high volume, then it could mean that silver is gonna go and target this high and even take it more higher. That's what I think is gonna happen with silver, right? Based on um my analysis and also based on market structure. Looking at gold, let's see where we are with gold. Yeah, gold is playing like the same game with silver. You can see, or you can still mark this range here. This is under range that you can mark for gold, right? And this explains why price is like some sort of like consolidating around this area. Okay, and if say you bought gold somewhere down here, you should be looking at taking out profit here. I'm saying so because we might somehow dump a little bit before continuing back up. I should at least attempt this move, because if we just go up straight like that, there's high chance that we can come back straight, like with speed downward. So this buy back, this speed is going to be accompanied by proper, price action. So I'm expecting at least some sort of pull back a little bit before continuation. If we look at the price of gold now, or looking at this chart, another thing I want us to look at here today, you know, is USD dominance. Let's see where we are. Okay, I love this. That's why I think Bitcoin is gonna pump today or tomorrow. You see, so far as we maintain this range, right? You can see there's a range here. If we maintain this range, then USDT dominance is going to be that signal for you to buy Bitcoin, and Bitcoin signal will be for you to buy altcoins. So we want to stay like in this range, stay, and then dump. I want to be monitoring this throughout the this session. I want to see how price is gonna react to it, and if I get positive reaction, then I'm gonna jump in or add more to my altcoin positions. So mm, looking at the daily time frame for this, we should expect some sort of pullback. There should be some sort of pullback. We have been seeing like for how many days now? Like you can see this huge pump. And if I should bring in, let's say, let me just bring in something here. This indicator. Yeah, we should, guys, we should, we should be pulling back a little bit, at least, you know. Look at this failure, yeah. One, two, three, four. So today should be that last straw that breaks the camel back. So expect pullback around this area, this zone, and this pullback is going to take up Bitcoin to about $82,000, and all coins are going to do extremely well too. You know. So guys, that's it for today's show. Midweek reversal. Let's go and look at Bitcoin and see what trades we have today. Anyway, I already gave the zones, right? You just have to pay attention to the key areas. Let's see what Bitcoin has been doing throughout the weekly, the daily, like today's session, like um Asia. You let's see, is Asia took Asia moved sideways, right? Asia moved sideways. UK moved sideways towards the end of UK. I saw how price dumped towards this level, you know, and let's see how US is going to react to this price action. I think US is going to actually take us to the area that I marked this zone, you know, and it's gonna be around $74,000. Don't forget, this is the area where if you have to buy, this is the zone around $74,000. That and your stop loss should be below $72,000. So if say you are buying somewhere here, your stop loss should be around, let's say, 71,900 or 71,800. Now that's the risks you have to pay if you want to get the best entry. All right, guys. That's it for today's show. Wish you all the best and see you guys the next one. That's gonna be on Friday, market close. I go live three times a week now, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So catch me same time every Mondays and Wednesdays, and also on Fridays. All right, guys.